All right, everybody out there in the Craft Chest Nation, it was Craft Chest here, and today we're going to add some more paint. Finally, we have beautiful weather past couple of days. A couple of things I'm going to be showing you here before we show you the big 3 upgrade. Actually, it was just the big 2 for right now. I ran out of wire. But today, we're going to be adding some paint. And before, I was going to go with the red paint here, all the way to the front, and of course every 18-wheeler in existence is going down the road. Abso-fucking-lutely. Anyway, here's what we got going on. So we're going to be throwing some winter gray because this color actually looks really good. All right, and I kind of need to touch back over here because I don't think I put enough coats of this. I thought I was going heavy on it, but I wasn't. But seeing that we have this line cut in here on the brow section, I was going to go with red across there, but what I think I'm going to do, if you see how this line is cut here, right up under this right here, about 1 inch in the window line, what we're going to end up doing is doing the gray here, and then coming back later after this cures down, reverse, and do this 1-inch pinstripe across here, all the way from the back to the front in that red. All right, all the way where you see it right there. We're going to redo this, take these pictures of it to make sure I get it spot on where it needs to be, and everything's been measured out so it'll match on both sides. 12 inches here, 12 inches there, 2 inches down into the taper and the point on both sides. Then have it masked up over here also. As you can see, this side's ready to go. And now I'm going to grab that paper right over there and start masking it up. And I'm going to position the car, I think, and it probably is already in a good position because the wind's kind of blowing this way. So I'm probably going to leave the car where it's at so the overspray will go off to the away from the car. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Winter gray coming up in this little spot right here. I think that's going to look sweet because look how the light kind of hits it and just simulate that gray color in that little spot right there. And then down here we're going to cut a line later, not today because that pond out there, I don't want to mess up the paint. I want to give it plenty of time. We'll do this when I take PTO next month. I got inside projects to do too. We'll come back next month and do the bottom in that red and finish off the striping on the spoiler back there, and then we'll get on to the call signs. All right, so it's turning out nicely, as y'all can see. Here's that Delta slash. Yeah, Delta slash in the sunlight is really prominent. And there's only been a few people that recognize it, but a couple of folks have recognized it and said, man, that looks sweet. Love it. All right, so let me turn this off, get her masked up, and show you the next step. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, here we are back. I had to switch over to the iPhone because my GoPro's being held captive inside the car because my dumbass went to tape it and masking and realized I laid it on the seat. But now we're all masked up. I got a adhesion promoter on everything. This paper is worthless, so I'll never buy this paper again. 0 stars for its shittiness. That's the most lightweight masking paper, and I'm afraid it's going to bleed, but we're going to try it out and see. So I just wanted to show you this right quick before we go to painting. And I had to do a change of plan because I only have 1 can of gray because I went to painting the interior and all that, and I used more than I thought I did, and I forgot a can blew up on me because it dropped and the top blew off of it and paint went everywhere. So I only have 1 can left. It ain't even full. So we're going to change a plan. I think red will be a little bit more aggressive and it'll follow the red that's on the hood also. And what we'll do is we'll go with the original scheme, gray on the bottom, red up the top, and then that 1-inch pinstripe that we did below right here, the window trim. We'll follow that line and come back with the gray here and the gray on the bottom, and I think that'll be it. Finish off the stripe on the back, the spoiler, and we'll be good to go. JP from the Gods of Games. All right, I'll be back. All right, everybody, let me see if I can get you a good angle of this. We are, actually, let me show you a wide out on this one because the phone is the actual capture. With a GoPro is kind of wonky. I got to get way up on it. But here we are. This is how far in we are. We went with the red. As you can see right here, got the stripe. I'm going to come down at a little angle here for you. And a little wider here. So we're got pretty much the final coat on here. This is 4 coats. Took a lot of paint. Even using an adhesion promoter, it's taking a lot. And I decided, since I have all this masked off, rather than come back and have to do all this again just for that, I went ahead and took the time to finish off our stripes that go all the way from the hood. And this is where we wanted to end up. Here's an ass shot of it right here, what it's going to look like with the red here and here. I'm going around. And then I'll come back and show you the final product whenever we go to peeling the paper off of it here. But this side turned out nice, the other side's nice. Paint's really laying in evenly, and I think I like it. I really think the red, the original plan of going with the red, is going to work out, and then come back and pinstripe it with a little less area for the winter gray. I'll have to order more of both paint. I really like this paint. And who was it? More Motorsports. I forget. It's More Motorsports on YouTube. Got me onto this 2X. I used Rust-Oleum in the past and have a lot of their products, but the 2X, man, that stuff don't play. And yeah, so there you go. I will be back whenever this dries and we go to taking all this masking off, and hopefully this tape peels off well enough to where let's just be done with it. I don't know. I'm tired. Woo! All right, everybody, here we go. Here is the finished product, and I'll try to get you the best angle that I can here. We're back to the GoPro, and hopefully this is going to look as good as it does in person. Now, there are going to be little specks that you see here and there and yonder on the hood. I don't understand it because I had the whole car mummified. I ended up taking all my visqueen and just wrapping the entire car, like right there. Can y'all see that? I have no earthly idea how that could have even happened, because I had paper, visqueen, then I taped it off with the wide tape all the way around and still got spots. So I don't know, but that comes off. All I got to do is get some simple green, and some of it actually came off with the sticky tape, but I have no clue why that happens with this paint. That's the only bad thing about this red paint that I do not like, is the overspray. Another spot over here we're gonna have to touch up on. Once again, a little simple green and a scrub brush, and that'll come right on off, as long as I don't wait too long on it. I am gonna give this time to cure for a few hours. I don't know if I'll even scrub this off tonight. If I do, it's just gonna be those spots. The rest of it can get wet. And you know, there's gonna be little detailed things like this. I didn't even realize I had missed that tape right there, so we can grab that right quick, and then we'll go on around the vehicle. I don't need tape flapping in the breeze and everything going on. Why? It didn't want to stick and cover up for overspray, but it wants to stick and not go away, don't it? All right, so there we go. Oh yeah, and of course under here, even though I had it wrapped, you can tell where the paper actually didn't take here. Not a big deal there. I can always come back and hit a little flat black up under there. That's not a big gigantic issue at all. But we did finish the stripes, and if I'm looking at it right, you should be able to see where they are even. Everything's measured out. They're a little bit thicker back here on the back than they are there. Matter of fact, they're a lot thicker because the paint wanted to slide and pool in this particular spot, but that's okay. All in all, the lines came out good. These are going to be jagged, and I don't mind the jagged edges because that kind of takes care of itself. This, I do not understand how it even happened. I had tape wrapped around that. Didn't happen over here. Yeah, it did. I guess it did. I don't even understand it. I literally lifted the trunk and put tape and wrapped it around that, and that happened. That paint is OP in some cases. Luckily didn't get any overspray on the roof, because that's a pain in the butt. The hood's already had overspray on it like 3 times, so the more you scrub this stuff, the better it shines anyway, so we'll be all right. So let's give you a little profile shot here, and of course the GoPro I can get right up close. Pretty straight, yeah, right there. I see a little waviness where it went down a little bit, but that's okay. Little imperfections. These jagged edges, once again, I knew that was going to happen, but at the same time, on the sides like that, believe it or not, I don't mind that, because it kind of blends in with the whole Raptor texture, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Like a little jagged edge, like a unstable type of pinstriping. And this side right here, not as prominent as far as that goes. This side actually turned out very well as far as the sharp line is concerned. That other side was the same way whenever we actually laid the Raptor on it. So not really surprised there. Little piece of stuff. So we're going to give this time to dry in, and look at that, pretty straight. As straight as the car is. I mean, if you see little dips like this, that's actually the body of the car, and there was a dent somewhere in there, so that actually is painting over that. I see a spot right there before the back door. Overspray's got to be taken care of. Like I said, I can hit that up with some flat black on a non-windy day. That didn't help matters at all, because any little cracks, anywhere, this is what happens. And I bet you that's what happened in the initial spray, because I tried to wait on the wind, it just wasn't working with me. But I am pleased, I must say, with how it turned out overall. You know, once again, gotta get her wet, wash it down, get this little bit of overspray off, a little simple green and a scrub brush. What do you guys think? And you know, now that I have this here, I might actually just leave this black. What do y'all think about that? Leave that black instead of going in here with the gray. I kind of like this the way it turned out. Let's go back around one more time. One more little rotation. Actually, I always go out too far. Let me go back in. You know, I kind of like that the way it is. I might leave that and just drop down and go with the gray on the bottom here, or hell, we might stop here. All right, we might stop here. I like the way that swoops up, kind of like, not exactly curved, you know what I mean? Kind of like kicks into the side there. I like that. Yeah, it turned out good. Nice and dry now. Yep. I already washed the car once today, but I'm gonna have to hit up on that, it looks like. I'm wondering if it's coming off that plastic. Maybe that piece of plastic I used before did that. Yep. So there we go. Let's give a profile shot here of the whole thing. Let's see. Yeah. That's a good little profile shot. Like it. I like it. And then those stripes on the spoiler just set it off. Coming off the hood, kick back on the roof, and then on the spoiler like that. I like it. Yeah, I'm lingering on it. I'm looking to see what all I gotta clean. You guys and gals might as well see what I gotta clean too. Yep. Another thing I like is the way this point goes in and this one comes back at it, like around there. This area right in between those two, that might be something to do, like where the A-pillar comes down from the outside there on the frame, and do something like in here. Maybe a completely different color. Maybe that's where we go with the yellow. What do you think about that? Kind of like block it off, bring it from the front and point it find a line to go to another point and do yellow in there. That might be the play. That would actually make it bright, wouldn't it? Yep. All right. So anyway, there we go. I like it. I do kind of like that jagged edge on that, the way that turned out right there. I don't know why. I like the jaggedness of that. And it has little characters, like it's not perfect. It's not going to be. You don't want it to be 100 on a Raptor liner. You need a little texture. Alright. So we'll end it here. I gotta go get my laundry anyway, so let me clean up. Go wash my hands. It's a craft of the mind. Go out there and have some fun. Everybody, we'll see you next time.
Everything can launch fireworks. Holy shit! My watermelon!
Boom!